During the Cold War, the United States stood at the ready for a nuclear attack by the Soviet Union. They ran missions to be prepared for the event of an attack, always kept planes in the sky just in case American air bases were attacked. Though on this day, this particular bomber, the B-47, was flying a training mission to assess the accuracy of dropping bombs, also known as the Operation Snow Flurry, which it still carried a nuclear bomb in case of an attack. During the afternoon of March 11, 1958, the B-47 bomber departed from Hunter Air Force Base in Savannah, Georgia, with its destination set to England to run a practice mission. After running through its checklist, the plane took off, without realizing it had missed a step in the list to make sure the bomb was properly secured. As the plane was ascending, the crew ran through another checklist, and it was quickly found via an indicator light that the nuclear bomb was not properly secured. To fix this, a member of the crew was sent to check the pin, who meant to keep the bomb locked in its place. Unfortunately, while attempting to check the pin, the emergency release lever was activated and the bomb fell from the plane. The bomb fell over Horry County, South Carolina, near the small town of Bluff. It landed about 200 yards away from the house of Walter Gregg, detonating the explosive on contact in a wooded field of his property. The explosion destroyed his home, though thankfully no one was injured. There was no nuclear explosion, as the nuclear core was secured on the plane. After the blast, the Air Force gave the Gregg family $54,000 in damages after it was found that the Air Force was at fault.
After much research, the cause of the Mars Bluff accident that we get for it can be summarized in four main points. The first one is the location of the emergency release lever, which the co-pilot accidentally activated. While the co-pilot was trying to check the pin, he made the mistake of trying to pull himself up, using the emergency release lever as a support, which resulted in the activation of the lever. The next cause found was that the ground crew didn't follow the safety procedures that existed at the time. The co-pilot went to the bomb's compartment to check the bomb out and made it without following the guidelines that he should have followed, a mistake that contributed to the accident. The third cause of this accident was that the co-pilot was too short for the test. There was nothing that could help him to check the pin out without pulling himself up. Lastly, the doors of the bomb's compartment couldn't support the bomb's weight. When the emergency release lever was activated, the bomb fell out and landed on the door. If it hadn't opened with the bomb's weight, it would be possible to avoid the explosion and even deal with the loose bomb without dropping it on American soil.
These causes can also be related to ergonomic issues that we learned in class. The location of the emergency release lever is an example of a controlled design issue, since its location could be elsewhere to avoid accidental activation. Also, there is an anthropometric issue related to this incident. The jet didn't follow one of three anthropometric design principles, which is the design for adjustability. The co-pilot, a short person, wasn't accommodated by the design at the time, making evident that the bomb's compartment wasn't prepared to receive one of the extremes of the population. Furthermore, it is important to mention how the workplace wasn't properly designed for emergencies. If this was the response to the pin being released, then the bomb bay should be designed for such a mid-air response. Also, the doors should have been designed to support the bomb's weight, which wasn't the case. The whole accident could be avoided if the doors had held the weight of the bomb. Our suggestion for the Air Force, which they enacted immediately after this incident, is to adhere to pre-flight checklists, as skipping this check pin step on the ground resulted in a multitude of failures that led to this incident.